Welcome back to another episode of Let's Talk About It with Inea and Mashira. Make sure you take the time to subscribe, like, and hit the post notifications to stay up to date with my latest podcast. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Talk About It with Inea and Mashira. Today, we're here with a special guest. Every now and then, someone steps into the room who doesn't have to say a word. Their energy introduces them first. Today's guest is that kind of woman. You've seen her name on flyers from Atlanta to LA, hosting some of the biggest events in the lesbian community. But behind the mic, behind the crowd, there's a story of courage, discipline, and divine alignment. She goes by Boss Britt, a powerhouse MC, entertainer, and entrepreneur who built her name in a space that wasn't designed to make it easy. From Ohio to Atlanta, from faith to fame, from solitude to partnership, she's built a legacy that's still unfolding. Today's episode is about the woman behind the boss, her journey, her love story, her spiritual discipline, and what it really takes to keep showing up when no one's watching. Welcome in the MC and host, Boss Britt.
Yes, sir.
How you feeling,
What's up
man?
with you?
First of all, good, I got Britt on my podcast. Can we get some gratitude to that?
Nah, I definitely appreciate that.
Yeah.
This is dope, bro. I respect what you're doing. Like I said, I saw the interview with Brielle. Was super fire, and I just respect people who are interested in being a part of media, because this lane is not easy. So when somebody wants to highlight me and talk about my story and my journey, I appreciate that. So thanks for having me, for real.
Nah, thanks for being here.
For sure.
One thing I've noticed about you, because I've been around you.
Oh wow.
Well, at least the scene. Like I never really got to know you, but since I was 21, I'm about to be 30.
Bro, I was just telling somebody the other day, like, because I moved to Atlanta in 2016. Some people I've literally known for like almost 10 years, and that's like coming out of our 20s into like our 30s.
Right.
So for us to still be connected, like we're not like personally like connected or anything like that, but we definitely been associated for a very long time. Yeah. And I know you for sure, like of you for sure.
Yeah.
So it is dope that we here in this space, like you in a different phase and everything, because you know what I'm saying? We used to be a little bit toxic, you know what I'm saying?
Don't be saying too much now. They don't even know that.
Yeah, but no, I respect it though, and I love seeing people just grow and just transition into different phases in their life. So
I appreciate that. Yeah. Your energy is so good too. By
Thanks,
the way,
man. I appreciate it. Appreciate that.
One thing that I've always noticed about you and your energy, you've always seemed like a really grounded person. Mm-hmm. I feel like for years, we're going to hop into this a little later, at least when I look at your page, like you post a lot of affirmations.
Yes, for sure.
Where did that start?
So I've been doing this. I started out with physical sticky notes. Yeah. And I used to write them. I had a lot of them. And I was like, one time when I moved, I was like, all right, like I keep taking these sticky notes, I'm trying to put them back on my wall, so let me just transition to something digital. But I started that back in 2017. Okay. So I was introduced to personal development in 2016. Okay. And one thing that I learned is just about affirmations and just manifestation. And one of the courses that I took, they just talked about how you should read an affirmation daily. So I would write these affirmations down and put them on the wall, and I would read them daily. But then my due diligence to the world and the people who follow me is like, let me spread this. Right. So I began just posting on my story, and I have been doing that since 2017.
Yeah, I know it is.
25 now, so 8 years. You know that.
What kind of course was it that you took, or was it like a life coaching kind of?
It was. I was a part of network marketing. Have you heard of like network marketing? I was a part of this group called. You ever seen people with the signs that say "You should be here"? No. Okay, so it's like a travel group. The background of it, the field is called network marketing. It was called World Ventures, and we sold travel. Okay. So through being in that group, they would have these, I don't want to say like conventions, where you would go and you would hear the top ranked people speak, and they would tell you what they did to get here and get there. So when I would go to those conventions, that's
talking about like the pyramid scheme.
No, a lot of people used to call it a pyramid scheme. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. I didn't see it as a pyramid scheme. Yeah. The company ain't around no more. I'll just say that. I don't know what happened. Yeah. But I took what I took from it, which is the good stuff, and that is where I learned it from, though.
Okay, that's dope. At least they was pouring self-development and
a lot of self-development,
healing. That sounds to me like some healing. Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah. So, all right, take me way back.
Okay.
What part of Ohio are you from?
Cincinnati, 513.
I almost got robbed out there.
It sound about right. I ain't gonna lie.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
Sound on brand for us. Shout out to my city, man. It can be a rough place depending on where you go. You know what I'm saying? But it has a lot of good parts about it. Very unique place. I think that people who live in Cincinnati don't realize how unique we are because we're so just crab in a bucket type of mentality. But now growing up and being where I'm at today and just being around multiple different people from other areas, I appreciate how unique I am and where I'm from. A lot of people don't think I'm from Ohio when they meet me. Like, whenever I tell them I'm from Cincinnati, they be like, what is a Cincinnati? I have to be like, you know, where LeBron's from Ohio, maybe, you know what I'm saying? But he's from Akron, Ohio, so there's not a lot of people from Cincinnati. You have, like, L.A. Reid's from Cincinnati. The streamer Speed is from there. I don't know him.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, I didn't grow up with him. He's, like, way younger than me. But he's from there. Ron Isley's from there. So there's a few people that's from there, but, yeah.
All right, so you're from Cincinnati. Mm-hmm. And at what age did you move to Atlanta?
I moved to Atlanta. How old was I? I had just had my 23rd birthday. So I moved to Atlanta maybe, like, it was like my birthday's January 24th, and I know I celebrated my birthday in Atlanta, so it was like right around somewhere around that time. Okay. But it was for sure in 2016, so I'm coming up on 10 years.
Are you an Aquarius?
I am an Aquarius.
Oh, God.
Shout out to my Aquarius out there, man.
Y'all Aquarius is something else, man.
We the best.
Gotta love an Aquarius.
What's your sign?
I'm a Pisces.
Okay, Pisces look crazy. I like Pisces.
You know, it depends, you know, on what level of healed you are.
I agree.
And then what level of crazy you bring out.
I agree for that for all zodiac signs. Because a lot of people, when they hear I'm an Aquarius, they be like, oh, I hate Aquarius. And it's like, I get it. Because I definitely was toxic. I was a manipulator. I was a liar, which are common traits that people like to associate with being an Aquarius. But I do feel like it's all about where you're at and your emotional intelligence and all of that stuff like that. So yeah.
But Aquariuses also are known to be super creative, and I think that you actually obviously got that trait. So
thanks, man.
That's
Appreciate that.
Part.
Thanks.
You're from Cincinnati. You moved here. You're about 24.
Yeah.
What made you say Atlanta? I'm going to Atlanta.
So I've been doing parties since I was 15 years old. I started out doing teen parties. From teen parties, I transitioned to college parties. I did music for a little while. I had a music label, but I thought I had a label. I was super young, man. I just was like, yo, you rap. I know how to do business. I'm your manager. I'm the CDO. So then I did that, and then around this time, after the music label didn't work, I went back into doing events. And at that time, I was out of the closet. So I was like, you know, there's not really a lot going on in Cincinnati for the, you know, the LGBT community. And we do co-ed events there. So we party with the men and the women. Everybody's all in one space. So I'm like, let me do something for more like women, because the spaces that were, as it is in a lot of cities, predominantly male. Like the men got everything when it comes to the queer spaces. Like, so I'm like, let me do something for the ladies. So I got into throwing events, and I felt like I just hit like, you know, a ceiling almost in a sense, because I was like, I'm only gonna get so big here. You get what I'm saying? And at the time, my mom actually lived in Atlanta, and I would visit her. Well, I visited her only once, actually. When I visited my mom in Atlanta, I specifically remember just the energy felt different than in Cincinnati. And this is no shade to my city, but to be from Cincinnati, you understand what I'm saying. Cincinnati can feel like a very dark cloud. It's smaller. I'm not saying it's so small, but it's smaller to where, you know, when people pass away and just bad stuff happens, like it just takes a toll on like the whole city. And that's most of our upbringing. Like a lot of my friends, we've lost people just crazy, like back to back. So like the energy in Atlanta just felt different. And then I was seeing so many successful black people. That really what caught my eye, because in Cincinnati, if you're successful, again, no shade to my city, but you're more than likely in the streets, you're a drug dealer, or you're white.
Right.
And we're definitely in a place where like we have to code switch a lot. So I was like, damn, bro, like, can I cuss on here? My bad. I don't know if I can say damn or whatever. But,
no, you good, yeah.
I was like, when I was in Atlanta, I'm like, it's so many successful black people. Yeah. Like, and just the Southern hospitality, like, people speak to you when you hear, like, in Cincinnati, we mean mugging, like, if you walk into the store, somebody look at you, we like, what's up, like, you good? Like, they're like, yeah, just like your outfit, like, you know what I'm saying? But that's just, we just on edge, like, we, you know what I'm saying? We ready to hit. So just that energy, I was like, yo, and then on top of that, Atlanta's super gay. Yeah. So I'm like, oh, I need to get down to Atlanta. So as soon as I experienced that. I swear I only came one time and I felt all of that. And I was like, telling my mom, like, you know, I think I really want to do it. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. But I did have what I felt like a lot to lose in Cincinnati, but the universe has a way of doing things. So what really triggered me was I got robbed after I had an event in Cincinnati. I had just booked Domo. You remember Domo? Was it Domo?
Yes, I remember Domo, of course.
So this one, she was like Facebook lit. Like I was like one of the first people to really start booking those kind of folks, like influencers. Yeah. Like I had Blue in the beginning. I had Sky from Black Ink. I had the Freaky Boys. I had Stylist Talent. I had Domo. Like I was just booking people that like Cincinnati would see on Facebook and be so shocked when they see them in person. I love that feeling of like being like, yo, like I'm bringing somebody to the city. So when I got robbed that night, I had lost everything to my name as far as money wise, because I had all my money on me. I had just invested all my money into the event. So everything that I invested and everything that I made was now gone.
Damn.
And that was also the moment where I realized money is BS. Is here 1 minute, gone the next. Stop praising money, because I was really probably on my high horse feeling myself. I was throwing the events by myself. So really, I was all that money that was coming in, I was bringing out like 700 people.
Damn.
And I was the only promoter. I had people helping me out, and I would break them off. But for the most part, I was like, you know, the CEO of everything.
Right.
So when that happened, I said, you know, well, I have nothing to lose, literally. I have no money. I'm about to have to start over. And I really kind of felt like at the time, I was over my city in a sense, because I just felt like, and part of it probably was me. I think I was a little arrogant, and I was on my high horse. So I just started feeling like, oh, y'all don't fuck with me. Like, oh, I'm sorry, y'all don't mess with me. Like, oh, I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna show y'all. You know what I'm saying? So a little resentment there. And then once I, like I said, lost all that money, I was like, you know, I'm gonna go ahead and do it, Mom. And I had actually had 2 going away parties, so I was supposed to move away one time. I don't really remember what happened. I think my job wasn't lined up. And then the second time I did have my job lined up, it was like a work from home job, and it was good pay and everything. And I moved to Atlanta, just $400. I packed up everything that I had, and I moved in with my mom. Shout out to my mom, because I know a lot of people move to Atlanta and it's a struggle, and I respect people who move here with no family, nobody to count on. So for me to have my mom, I'm blessed that I had that crush, because she didn't make me pay nothing.
Nice.
I just stacked up my bread, my mama crib, and from there it was up. It was up.
So it sounds like, first of all, that's a really like dope story.
Yeah, thank you.
Do you feel like, just listening to you, do you feel like being a promoter is just part of your purpose? Like you recognize that back then?
Yeah, so I've always been class clown, you know what I'm saying? But what I grew to realize is, like, I just like bringing enjoyment to people. I like making people feel good. I like making people laugh. I'm an entertainer is what I then started to associate as far as a profession for what I like to do. I didn't like school at all. Hated school. I know that was not the move for me. I tried to go to school multiple times and something would always happen. I swear to you. Like, one time I was supposed to go, my laptop crashed. Other time I was supposed to go, what is it called? The little aid stuff you got to do. It didn't go
Financial
through.
aid?
It didn't go through. Like, I tried. And I was like, yo, this is a sign. I'm not supposed to go to school.
The universe said, hell no.
You get what I'm saying? And then at the time, I was just like, you know, I don't know where I got it from, but I just really like to always be positive. Like, people would really, like, talk stuff about me, like, oh, you think you're a preacher? Like, because I would always be on that. Like, from young, like 20, I'll be like, yo, y'all can do anything. Like, they're like, who is you talking about? Like, you live in Cincinnati like us. Like, what are you talking about? So when I started just putting everything together, I'm like, man, I just want to get back to my community at this point. You know what I'm saying? I'm really into mental health. I'm really to anything pro-black. I'm to anything pro-queer. You get what I'm saying? So I'm like, let me just use how I appear to attract more people that look like me, and then that's how everything just really came together.
Right. So now, boom, we here in Atlanta.
In the ATL,
we in Atlanta,
boy.
So, like, before you started promoting, did you wild out? It's hard not to wild. See, I've been in Atlanta since I was 14, so I'm like been there, done that, like used to it, you know.
That's
so when
lit.
you first got here, was it like, oh, the gates of heaven just opened?
It was pretty lit. I was like, yo, you gotta stay on track. This ain't what you came down here for. But it's a lot of women down here. You know, I'm from Cincinnati, so You know, we only have but so many type. You know, here you get people from everywhere, even foreigners. So, yeah, when I first got here, I was a little sidetracked. You know what I mean? I got into a little bit of things with women, like, you know, taking people girlfriends, because I don't know whose girlfriend is who. You know what I'm saying? I'm new to the town. Like, your girl's on me. Like, why you mad at me? Like, so I had to cut that off immediately. I was like, yo, you ain't come here for that. Because when you move to another city, what people need to understand is, like, you can reinvent yourself. You get what I'm saying? And it's like, it could be I use it to be a good thing. You get what I'm saying? Because any reputation that you felt like you had in your hometown, that's just completely gone. Right. And people are going to know you from where they met you. So I'm like, yo, if I want to do what I say I came here to do, which is to get my foot through the door via hosting and then start throwing my own events, I have to keep a good rapport. I cannot be out here making people mad because I'm taking their girlfriend.
Right. They not gonna come to your party.
They not gonna come to my party, you know what I'm saying? Like let's all get along, you know what I'm saying? So I had to cut that off, but you know how it is. Like, well, you've been since you were 14, but I've seen it too. Like, I was like, yo, don't be coming out here distracted. Yeah. Because it is easy to get distracted. It's a very fast pace. Like, I tell people all the time, like, you have to really be cautious about how you move in Atlanta. Yeah. Like, I've lost friends that had moved here, just kind of got caught up in that nightlife, because it's just, Atlanta gets real quick on you. So I did have to lock in and be like, yo, stay focused.
So talk to me about your process of locking in. Mm-hmm. For someone who is coming to a different state, doesn't have to be Atlanta, but they're wanting to reinvent themselves and follow their purpose like you did. Like, what is that process like?
Yeah, that's a good question. So I would say personal development. If anyone never heard that term, just go look it up. But just see things that are a part of personal development. So for me, it was always just, I was big on karma. So just treat people the way you want to be treated. Understand that the energy that you put out will definitely be the energy that you receive. And I have been on both sides of that, good and bad. So once I started to really lock in on that and hold myself accountable more so for everything that's going on, because I feel like we like to try to put blame on other things, like where our background, our situation, and all that stuff, and it's really just all a big illusion. You really can make any type of life you want for yourself if you really just focus on yourself and just put out the type of energy that you want to receive. You know what I'm saying? So once I started to really do that, and I started to really network, which was my key, I would always go outside. You ask my mom, like, I was outside Monday through Sunday. She thought I was just partying, but no, I was going out and I was meeting people. When I went to any place I went to, I would go in there like, I'm gonna make sure I leave with like at least 20 new followers on Instagram. I'm gonna make sure I get at least 5 people phone numbers who like are doing something, whether you got like a camera or you like somebody that's doing something, you know what I'm saying? Not just like regular people, like the bartender, anybody who I can network. Let me get your information, let me lock in with you, let me make sure I'm setting my boundaries, not, you know, if you're a film, making sure that I'm not flirting with every film that I meet, because I've met some films that was the bosses, and I'm glad that we never crossed that line to where we could, you know, make business decisions. So I really just came down here with understanding, like, you just got to be focused on what it is you say you really want to do and just kind of block out the distractions, because they are definitely in Atlanta, a lot of distractions. Yeah. So once I was able to do that, I just started attracting the right things, right people. I met Excel, I met Lala from the Progress Report. I just started meeting the right people and just all kind of pieced together like that.
So you take your network, right? And that's good that you have that capability to go out there and network with people. That's a skill. And I always tell people that is a skill that is taken for granted. Yeah. So what was the process for you taking that skill of building your network up and then actually putting it in action?
So I think because I was working on my energy, that made my light shine brighter, if that makes sense. So I was literally noticing I would go into a space and people would just come up to me. I didn't even have, it's not a flex or anything like that, but I would say this worked for me. Like, make sure I always got that ish on, looking great when I go. People come up to me all the time and say, what do you do? You look like you do something. Yeah. Boom, got your ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, I actually do. Lock me in, follow me on social media, you get what I'm saying? So just making sure I carry myself a certain way. Yeah. And if anybody was interested in finding out who I was, I definitely just kept it more so on a professional tip. I was on this app, this is random, but when I first moved to Atlanta too, I asked my friend, how can I meet people quick? and they told me to download Plenty of Fish.
Okay, I remember that.
I did not know that was a dating app.
Yeah.
And I don't know if she thought I was asking her, like, date people, but I was like, just, how do I meet people?
Yeah.
But I used that to my advantage. I was posting my flyers on there.
Okay, did it work?
It worked.
Damn.
The girls was coming out. And I'm still friends with some people that I met on there, but, like, I didn't really use it for dating, but I used it for, like, networking.
Yeah.
But I just feel like really just keeping my energy clean and just treating people with respect, and then also being good at what I did. I always knew that as soon as I get on the mic, it's over. Like, people are gonna want to know who I am because I really worked on my craft. I'm not saying that in like a cocky way. Like, I remember walking around my house in Cincinnati with a brush, acting like I was hosting a party. Like, I remember being on the stage at all of my events, making sure that I get on the mic. The thing that made me want to practice is because the very first time I did that, my voice was so squeaky, high pitched. I still got the video. It's so cringe. I was like, yeah, what's up? It was so cringe, and then I would tell my brother, like, yo, can you teach me how to be better on the mic? And I just really practiced, so I already knew that once I get to Atlanta, it's up. Like, I was taking booking gigs for $50. I wasn't doing nothing for money. I just want to be outside because I already know as soon as I get on the mic, they're going to want to know who I am. And I'm telling you, every time everybody hit like this, every time, they're like, who's that? Like, oh, and she look dope. Like, oh, and she cool. Like, she not no weirdo. Like, so it just really happened organic for me.
Right. So when you finally started to really bring the crowd out for yourself, did you ever get to a point where you felt like, damn, this might be too big for me? Like the nervousness of, well, let's go back. Let's start with the fear part. Did you ever fear like you weren't supposed to do it or you couldn't do it?
No, I don't really doubt myself, to be honest. I did, however, was very cautious about keeping it going, like the consistency, because Atlanta is, in a sense, a little oversaturated. So there are always other promoters coming about and other things coming about. But what I was really big on is just homing in on being unique. I know for a fact that you're not going to go to a party and get an MC like me.
Yeah.
I only got that at my own party. You're not going to get that experience. You get what I'm saying? And then once I met Excel, you're not going to get a DJ like that.
Yeah.
Then with us being a duo, you're not going to get a duo like that. So I was just more so mindful of just the consistency. I don't think it was ever like, maybe it was fear at some point, but once I started to understand, like, fear ain't going to do nothing but hold you back, I had to let that go and just trust in God and trust in the fact that I'm even here in Atlanta and I am thriving. And I think that mindset helped me to push through any doubts that I might have had at the time. Yeah.
So I think that ties into the other question about knowing that you were meant to be in that space too.
Yeah.
So I remember the days when you used to host events like Thursday to Sunday.
Thank you.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and we go to all of them.
Yeah, and we threw a Monday in there at one point.
I remember that Damn, I forgot what that Thursday event was.
Play Thursday, the Speakeasy Lounge.
Fun.
Yeah, when we ended it, that was the longest running all-women event in like that decade era. That lasted for about 10 years.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
Yeah, we had some crazy nights up in there.
Oh, yeah, we did.
And it was only Thursday.
Hey, yeah, we did.
I used to wake up every Friday with a hangover like, yo, why don't we be going so hard on that Thursday?
That was the pregame. That Thursday really was fun, though.
It was a time.
So, I'm just curious.
Yeah.
Right, because you said consistency.
Yeah.
How are you able to stay consistent, one, Thursday to Sunday, but just throughout all of these years, like you have stayed consistent. Like every when's your event now? Friday?
Oh, First Fridays, yeah. Right, that's coming up on 8 years, yep.
Right, you have your First Friday events, you have any event you have, whatever, you have an event every week, right?
Yeah. No,
Magic City, we know that you're gonna be consistent.
Yeah.
And just all the events, right? I remember you've been in Miami, right?
Yeah.
I remember you had an event internationally. Y'all did like a boat party.
Yeah, it was in Cancun.
Yeah, I remember seeing that.
That was lit.
My question to you is like, how do you stay consistent through all of that? Like, I mean, life happens to us all, right? We all go through different things. We experience different feelings. I know for me, I'm a professional in the corporate world, so I still have to stay consistent, but sometimes it's hard when things are coming up, right?
Yeah.
So, but you're an entrepreneur, so there's nobody to wake you up. There's nobody to say, hey, go get it. You gotta have that like discipline and self-motivation to do it. So how do you stay consistent in those spaces when you don't want to?
So I think you said it, like, the word I heard was like discipline. Like, I am very disciplined. I would definitely give myself that. There is nothing that I can't do. Once I lock in on something, I'm all in. I don't believe in half-assing anything. And I do really think that's because of where I come from. I understand that the chance and the life and the land that I've been given is not something to take for granted.
Sure.
So it's like, do your big one. You get what I'm saying? So even when it get hard, man, anything in life get hard. But would you rather it be hard and you do something that you don't like, or would you rather it be hard and you doing something that you love? So I love what I do, so I'm going to take the good with the bad. I like to always tell people, whether it's 2 people in this party, 2,000, we going to have a time. Because y'all took time to come out here and support me. I'm just a person from Ohio. You get what I'm saying? Like, I got a lot of friends that's not here anymore. I think that also pushes me to go hard for the people that they didn't get to see their 20s. I've been losing friends. Man, I went to my first funeral when we was 18. My friend died on the day that I graduated from high school.
Damn.
So stuff like that, it's all good. Stuff like that really makes me be like, yo, bro, like, don't let that get to you, bro. Like, don't take life for granted. Like, if you've been granted this opportunity, like, go hard with it. And then I really am thankful that I've had a really strong circle. Excel especially, because Excel, we didn't know each other when we first moved to Atlanta. She's from Pennsylvania. I'm from Ohio. I think she moved to Atlanta maybe a few months before I got here. I didn't meet her on no gay stuff. Like, people think we met, like, in a gay, like, we didn't meet on no gay stuff. I met her through Lala, because Lala's from Cincinnati.
Okay.
And like I said, I was big on networking, so when I first moved to Atlanta, I was always going to see Lala. Lala was on the progress report. She was always interviewing somebody. I remember being with Lala and just interviewing people like 217, Bankroll Fresh before he passed away. She was really plugged in and doing her work. So through being around her, I met Excel. And then we just so happened to be booked at the same party, and then we started building like that. But Excel is, she gonna hate that I say this, but she's older than me. You know what I'm saying? So when I met her, I'm not gonna say her age. I was at a place where I could be a little bit of a hothead, and she was at a place where she understood none of that matters.
Right.
So when I would start to crash out, Excel was always there to be like, bro, that's stupid. That don't even matter. Like, are you serious? Like, I used to call her Mr. Miyagi because, like, she really used to, like, calm me down and, like, just really gave me, she's a mentor for me, and I really appreciate her. So I just feel like us moving here from smaller cities, us coming out here and being able to do, we really are like each other's crutch to keep each other pushing and to motivate one another. I just think that my circle and everything else that I spoke about just really would keep me being able to get through everything.
No, that's beautiful. It's really interesting hearing you. All I'm seeing, like, energetically is the alignment from the universe.
Man, it's crazy.
Like, literally, the universe, I see the alignment in the path that you've built.
It's really crazy. Like, it took me a while to see that, but I was like, man, like...
Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom. Like, I used to always say, like, oh, it's... coincidence. It ain't no coincidence, bro.
Ain't no coincidence.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't no luck.
Yeah.
Like, this was destined. You know what I'm saying? So
absolutely.
I agree with that for sure. Yeah.
Okay, now we on big stages. We doing our thing, right?
Yeah.
You, like you said, you've been bringing people out. Now you bringing celebrities out.
Yeah.
How do you do that? Like, what the heck? Like, I remember this one Pride you brought out Santana. Sasha Santana. That was fun. Yeah. How
I was the first to book Sasha Santana. I want to let that be on record, and I don't know if you remember that neither, but I was the first on my Soulja Boy stuff. Me and Excel, the first to book him.
Hey, y'all heard her.
Yeah, you feel me? But honestly, it's just like going through booking emails. It ain't nothing special. Or unless I meet someone, because the progress support, we do have a lot of PR reps that come through and like a lot of management. So if they happen to have any talent that I feel like would our crowd would be happy to see, then I might connect that way. But honestly, bro, it's really just about like just hitting them up on an email and having your money. Of course, you got to pay the people. So that's really it. But I have been blessed to also create relationships with people who just pop out for just to pop out. You know what I'm saying? So everybody I don't have to pay, and I'm thankful for that because they see value. It's not like, you know, I mean, I'm trying to take advantage of them, but they see being in our space is as equal in value as it is to them, vice versa, if I said that right.
You built that legacy for yourself.
Yeah, for sure.
So you being a black queer woman in this industry. How has there been any challenges for you as a host and kind of, I know you're in Atlanta, but still, like in this scene, has there been any challenges?
Yeah, there's a lot of challenges. It's a good question. So I think one thing that I want to make sure people understand is that what we do is not easy. Even just from getting venues, it's a very competitive space. Like, you know, it's everybody in Atlanta throw parties, a million promoters here, and the straight crowd gets the one up on us because they spend more at the bar. People don't understand that. Women, we do girl math. We ain't buying bottles all night. That's what men for.
Yeah.
Men,
facts.
they want to flex.
Yeah.
Are you getting 5 bottles? Or I'm getting 6. Are you getting? I'm getting. That movement ain't. You can have 6 bottles.
Right.
I'm gonna get me 6 $5 drink before 1, and I'll be out here by 2. I'm gonna get that hookah for 25 a deal. Women ain't doing that. So that's probably the biggest challenge that we still deal with to this day. Is just actually having a space to even curate events in. And that's why sometimes people complain about the spaces that we're in. I'm like, honestly, guys, ladies, we don't got a choice sometimes, if I can just be honest. Like, we're just trying to provide a space where you all can come, feel safe. You know that it's other people who like what you like. And that's what we really are trying to do. So I think that's probably the biggest thing that I've had to face with all of our events. Like First Fridays that you just spoke on, 8 years, like that event has been so hard to keep going because it's once a month. So you gotta think about it. Venues want somebody in there every week.
Yeah.
It's a monthly party. So they're like, all right, what about the other Fridays? So even that within itself has been a challenge. We went from, I don't know if you remember Truth Nightclub.
Yeah.
We were at Truth Nightclub, then we was at Opium, we were at Oak Atlanta. So really that event itself started off as more of a night club vibe in a bigger space and a bigger crowd, and people don't understand that we've had to actually scale that back because now we can't get those bigger clubs because now they want a $20,000 bar guarantee, and it's like our women are not spending $20,000 at the bar unless it's like Pride. They're just not doing that. You get what I'm saying? So that's probably the biggest thing and the most frustrated thing to have to deal with. But that's why I'm in this space now where I'm looking to I'm going to open up my own venue.
Okay.
Just all about getting it together. It's a lot harder than, of course, it seems, but that's my next goal for sure is opening up my own. So I can
what we gonna call it?
I don't know yet. I do got a name though. I can't
That's
tell you.
Okay, so y'all make sure y'all watch out for that. Oh, that's gonna go all the way up.
Oh, I for sure. And then the thing is, like, I've worked with every queer promoter in Atlanta, so if you want a day, you can have a day. Like, I don't have no bad blood with anybody. Like, I want all of us to eat, and like I said, I understand how challenging it is, even for any of us to curate events in Atlanta. So I want everybody to come through, have their own night. You know what I mean? My whole goal is not to be an MC for the rest of my life. Like, even though I'm really good at it, that is not my end goal. That is not even actually the main title that I like to go by. I like to go by event coordinator. I just really started MCing because I wanted to get my foot in the door. I used that as to get my foot in the door when I moved to Atlanta. But I always knew that I was going to come down here and curate my own events. That was never my goal, to be an MC for the rest of my, existence. And I appreciate what I've done in my career as an MC, but I definitely can't wait to be in the background, overseeing. I might hop on the mic here and there, but I am in that transition phase where
Are you saying like
background.
The end goal is to oversee events?
Yeah, in the background.
Because I do notice that sometimes you bring on other hosts.
Yeah,
too.
Please take the mic. But the thing is, like, I like people who really practice. You can tell when somebody is serious about it and when somebody just think they can just get on the mic and talk.
Right.
It's a difference. And I can't stand on people. I feel like people do not appreciate a good MC because they feel like, oh, I can do that. It's like, no, like, everybody can't control the crowd.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm big on crowd control. I'm big on making sure when you hear my voice, like, it literally kind of goes through your body like a shockwave damn near. You get what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you can get on the mic, you can say, let's go, turn up. But it's like, that's not what it's all about.
Yeah. So, like, when you got the crowd really hooked in and involved, do you get like a high feeling? Oh, yes. Absolutely. I love outside. I tell people outside, like, how you do it? I love outside, bro. I've been throwing parties since I was 15, and maybe you would think I would be over it, but that's just always been my a part of my piece. Like, I like to go out and I like to have a good time. Even now, I don't even drink anymore, and I still like to go out and have a good time. Yeah, so let's talk about that. That's a good segue. Yeah. So I know it was this year you guys chose not to drink, right? Yeah, January. XL? Yep. Why? So, for myself, I always do a cleanse. Okay. I usually do it at the end of the year.
And last year I went sober. I did a cleanse for 2 months, and that's the longest I ever went. Cause usually I just do like a month. And I was like, okay, I did 2 months, cool, you know what I'm saying? And it wasn't hard. I didn't miss out on anything. Anything that I thought wasn't gonna happen, like, it didn't happen that way. You get what I'm saying? Like, I feel like people think that you can't enjoy your life without drinking, you can't socialize without drinking, you can't woo without drinking. You actually can do a lot more if you don't drink. Right. You know what I'm saying? So at the time, at the end of the year, I was about to start my journey, and I kept hearing people talking about, oh, I've been sober for a year, and I was like, wow, I love a challenge. Yeah. You been sober for a year? I can be sober for a year. Yeah. You can do it, I can do it. And I had this one friend in particular, Janae, and I don't even think she know how hard this hit for me. Like, Zono Trinu, you know about Zono Trinu? You probably seen the brand around, but she has this brand called Zono Trinu. She's been around for a long time. But I would see her in the parties, and she would be so lit, like dancing, bouncing around wall to wall, like lit. You would think she's drunk out of her mind. And one night she was like, I don't drink. Because we was like, yo, you had a lot of drinks tonight. She was like, I don't drink. Yeah. And we was like, what? She's like, yeah, I've been sober for a year. Wow. And I was like, whole time I'm thinking that people just don't dance, or I don't know what I thought when you like sober, because I'm not gonna lie, before I went sober, I did have to drink a little bit to open up and to get more lit, I thought, to be better on the mic. But then once she said that, I was like, yo, that's all in my head. Like, I just gotta lock in with that sense of energy, and I can still be lit on the mic. I don't have to drink to, you know what I mean, be lit. Yeah. And then Doechii this is random as hell, Doechii also said she went sober for a year. She said that she basically, you know, told the universe in so many ways, I'm like paraphrasing, that I'll give this up, and in return, I heard somebody tell me, God told me that he would give me everything that I wanted, because I guess drinking was a big problem for her. Sure. Now, I didn't have a problem. I only drunk on the weekends when I had parties. I was not like an at-home drinker. I don't do anything at home for real. But when I heard her say that too, I'm just like, bro, I keep hearing people talking about sober for a year. Let me go ahead and do it. So I actually didn't start on like January 1st. I waited till after my birthday. My birthday is the 24th of January. So I went sober on January 27th. And it just so cool. I'm not going to say coincidence. Like, the universe just so happened to make Excel want to also go sober. She's never been sober her entire life. It? No. Wow. But y'all Excel, so linked, like, we are though. But I think that she said it too. Like, I think my discipline kind of did inspire her a little bit. You know what I'm saying? To be like, yo, like, Britt stayed doing cleanses, or Britt stayed, you know what I'm saying? So why not? Like, I can definitely do it. So she went sober on January 1 because her story is that she woke up with a hangover and she didn't want to start her new year like that. She's never ever done a cleanse. She's never stopped drinking ever. Wow. And when she told me that, I was like, oh, you got a problem saying that? But it just so happens to be like, you know what I'm saying? So now we like, yo, we accountability partners, you know what I'm saying? Sure. Like, when we in the party, you got a Red Bull, you get a water, hookah, all right, boom, we gonna do this, boom. So it just kind of made it easier. But yeah, I this thing too, I want people to understand, like, you know, when the year's up, I will have me a drink. You know what I mean? I'm not. You a tequila girl or? I'm a tequila girl. Oh, yeah, I can't wait to drink me some Reposado. The other day I was like, yo, I think I'm gonna drink Hennessy again when I get. Hennessy? I'm scared of you. I know, right? Oh. I don't even know where that came from, but I was like, I'm gonna just take a shot of Hennessy and some Reposado. You deserve it though. You know what I'm saying? But I doubt I'm gonna drink the way I did drink. Yeah. Like, when I tell you I could drink anybody under the table, like, drinking was my vibe. Like, I'm competitive if you haven't realized yet. Like, so somebody, like, all my friends are toxic in a good way. Yeah. I like toxic. Toxic, it depends on what kind of toxic. It's kind of fun. You know what I'm saying? All my friends match my energy. So we out in the club, we like, oh, you want another shot? Oh, you want another shot? Like, we going back and forth. So I'm just like, I can't see me getting to that level again because I do like how I feel now. I like how I look now. Like, everything my workout trainers told me about alcohol, they were correct. I remember they used to always tell me, if you just stop drinking, you will cut down the sides and you'll cut down in the places you want to really cut. And I was like, yeah, that's BS. But actually, it does work. Wow. So I have my body, my weight. I don't have that foggy feeling anymore. Right. I think my memory's a little bit better, and I just have the energy like crazy. Like, I don't need no nap or nothing. So yeah, so I doubt that I will go back to how I was. But I say that now. I'll probably see you in like March and be like, yo, man, I've been drunk since last week. Well, listen, y'all, if you've been wanting to stop drinking, just know that this is your sign. And I think that she gave a lot of reasons that work. Again, if you've been wanting to do it, this is your sign. It's no coincidence in the universe. I agree. I know you've been single for a long time prior to meeting your fiance. Yes. But you're also in the industry, too. Mm-hmm. So, I remember
long time ago you was dating somebody, and then after that it seemed like you was single for a long time after that.
Yeah.
Like, what pushed you to stay in your singleness?
Yeah.
I've been single for about almost 3 years now, but I think that I've been able to like reground very much so. Like, I got to know myself. I feel better. Obviously, you see a different version of me.
Yes,
Part of that
I'm proud of you, man.
I appreciate
and I don't even know you like that, but it's just like the energy. I just feel like you elevate. I could tell for sure.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
But part of that had to do with me recognizing I don't want to jump into something else and give that person baggage or take their baggage, because I feel like when you're unhealed, like it's just so much toxicity within each other just mixing in together.
Yes.
So that was another reason, right? So with you and your journey of being single, especially in the industry, like what was that like for you? Why did you choose to remain single?
Like, I just had to ground myself, and I had to understand that I do need to work on myself. I feel like a lot of us, we have childhood trauma that we don't understand exists in us as adults, and it plays out in our relationships, whether it's platonic or romantic. It actually does play into those relationships if you're not working on those parts that you have not been healed, in those areas that you haven't been healed in.
Sure.
So for me, I feel like, and I haven't been in therapy or anything. I'm like self-diagnosing myself, right? But I think it sounds about right.
As hell.
Yeah, I'm like, girl, you don't even know therapy. But for me, I really felt like I had like abandonment issues.
Okay.
So I have young parents. My parents had me when they were 16.
Okay.
And my biological father, he went to prison when I was not even 1. So he got out when I was 15 years old. And then my mom, I never lived with her. I grew up with my grandmother. I lived with my grandmother. So, and I always wanted to be my mom. I didn't want to be my grandma's house. You know what I'm saying? But I understand now as an adult why I couldn't be at my mom's house.
Right.
And then I had a sibling. When I was 13 years old, he was born, and he got to live with her. So I was kind of jealous of that, and I wanted to be my mom. Why he get to stay over there? But he went through a lot just being over there, and I wish he wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then I had a stepfather. Thank the Lord. He came around when I was like 1 year old. He's been in my life to this day. And there was one gap of time where my mom and him fell out, and he went away. So I said to say that I felt like that played into like my abandonment issues. I always felt like people were like leaving me. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And when I was dealing with people, I didn't want them to leave me. So I was definitely ignoring a lot of red flags with certain people just because I wanted somebody to be with me. And I feel like a lot of us, we want that company, we want that partner, we want it so bad that we'll put up with the dumbest stuff that we ain't healthy. Like I went through hell and back with some of my exes, and I'm not saying that I was perfect neither, but I know for a fact that I went through it a lot. So after my partner before my fiance, she was bipolar type 2. I don't know if anybody ever dated somebody with bipolarism on like a serious note, because you know some girls be like, I'm bipolar, and they think it's like cute. Like, no, she was, when she told me, I thought she was like trying to be, you know, some girls be like, I'm bipolar, don't play with me. No, she was serious. So I didn't know she was serious. Like,
it's not funny.
Oh, you need medicine. No, it's not funny, but I thought she was just like,
you just said
you know, girls be like, I'm bipolar, I'm toxic, like, don't play with me, I'll switch up on you. Like, all right, I like that stuff, but it's like, no, she really was bipolar. Sure. And in retrospect, I really respect the fact that she ended our relationship. At the time, I thought it was complete BS, but she basically told me, like, yo, I'm not mentally stable to be in a relationship. And prior to her, I had proposed to a girl that I don't even know. I was just so far gone with her. I was ignoring every red flag there was, and we were like kind of social media lit, so I got caught up in that, you know what I'm saying, trying to keep up this facade like everything is cool. So through those last 2 relationships, I said, you need a break. Like, I always have a girlfriend. I love, like, I'm a simp at heart. Like,
I love that though.
I don't want to be out here. I've had that, you get what I'm saying? Like, it's easier mentally, financially, like when you have just one person, especially if the person is super solid. Yeah,
so you're a monogamous person.
Absolutely. Okay. 110,000%. So I told myself, I'm like, yo, let's take a break. You can date, you can have different situations, whatever, but don't have a girlfriend, because I'm a U-Haul lesbian to the core. Like, what? The one girl before my last, or 2 girls back, I dated her. The second day I met her in person, bro.
Yeah.
I met her in person. The next day she was my girlfriend.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
So you met online, I'm assuming?
I met her online.
Saw her in person, and now you my girl.
Exactly.
Okay.
Literally. Then the girl after that, we probably was like maybe a month, and I thought that was long for me, because I'm just so like, if I like you, you're mine. Like, that's how it was. Like, you're my girlfriend. Nobody else can have you. I don't care. Da, da, da. Like, it's like, why we be so pressed to do that? Like, take time to get to know people. I told people, like, yo, give people a 90-day rule. I started putting this thing out there, like, 90 days. That's your trial. Because I used to like 90 Day Fiance. It's so random, bro. I used to do, I'm like, all right, I like 90 Day Fiance. All right, boom. I feel like 90 days is a good enough time to get to know somebody. That's 3 periods. People are different on their period. You know what I'm saying? They might have a bad day. You get to see how they react. So I'm like, if you're going to date anybody serious,
you are funny as hell.
Get the 90 days. Relax. If they really like you, they're not going to go anywhere. If it's meant to be, it will be.
Yeah,
So I'm like, let's implement that. A lot of people didn't make it to 90 days.
I agree with that.
Me? Yeah, I think that's a good little, you know what I'm saying? Especially for lesbians. Let's slow it down a little bit. And then I was like, let me work on myself, because I do understand that what I was saying when she said the girl was bipolar, when she was like, yo, I'm not mentally stable, I respected that in retrospect, because a lot of people can't be honest like that.
Right.
Like, she know that hurted me to the core. Like, I went through it, but I respected her in retrospect, like, because that's so, like, she put herself first, and it made me want to put myself first, because I never did in any of my relationships. And I said, bro, you have to stop feeling like that, to where a person make you feel like you don't have any value. Like, you're not good with yourself. You're not happy with yourself. Only this person can make you happy. That's not good.
Right.
So I'm like, stop being so quick to attach to people. Give these girls 90 days. Get your own apartment. Quit living with these girls. Quit letting them move in with you. Get your own space. Pay your own bills. Be on your own. And get your ish together. And then I told myself, I don't want to date nobody else in nightlife.
Yeah, sure.
Because everybody I dated was in nightlife.
Yeah.
Strippers, bartenders. Gotta quit doing that. Because the main thing for me, and there's no shade to nobody in the industry, because I love our industry in the entertainment field here in Atlanta, Georgia. A lot of us don't be financially stable.
Yeah.
Because it's a job that fluctuates.
Right.
And if you're not a person that's good with your finances, you can hit rock bottom a lot. So here I am, constantly paying girls' bills. I'm not doing that no more.
You was the sugar daddy, too.
I was giving sugar daddy. I'm not doing that no more. So I told myself, I want somebody that got a 9 to 5. I want a corporate girl.
Right.
All of this, I'm saying all this, and you gotta be careful what you say. Be prepared for what you pray for. Because after that, Brandy.
Yeah.
What is she? Corporate, smart. Ironically, she's from the Midwest. I don't know if that, I really feel like that is something for us, because we do come from a very small place, and we come from the hood. Like, she from Akron. Now, Akron is rougher than Cincinnati.
Yeah.
It's smaller than Cincinnati. So I really be respecting her for coming down to Atlanta and doing her big one, because she don't have no family here. She just came like her best friends and stuff. So after that, getting myself together, I attracted my soulmate, my partner, Brandy, currently my fiance, you feel me?
Yeah.
And I really feel like
shout out to y'all.
Shout out to
y'all so damn cute together.
Her. Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Like, that's really my person. Like, I wanted that so bad for me. Like, and when
how did you know that was your person?
So,
because I know you seen her out in Atlanta. We was all in the scene.
Yeah.
How did you know, like, that was your person and this was the timing?
So for one, Brandy always ignored me. Like, I feel like she never gave me thirsty vibes.
Yeah, sure.
A lot of girls, they get thirsty vibes, and you know, I like it, but I don't like it. You get what I'm saying? Because you never know what somebody's intention really is. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you like me because of who I am, or do you like me because I throw parties and you're going to come get in a section and a bottle? Girls do really weird things for a section and a bottle and a hookah. Let me tell you. They will do the most.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, she ignored me, but cool. You know what I'm saying? And we just would see each other in passing. We never really, like, talked much,
or anything.
like, she would just come out. Of course, I thought the gay party, so like almost everybody gonna come to the party, so I would see her there. Again, nothing though. Like, I don't know if she like to be like, I think what she thought about me is like I was feeling myself, so she was like, girl, you ain't nobody, I ain't about to sweat you like the other girls. That's what it kind of gave. And I appreciated her for doing that, you know what I'm saying? And what's ironic about it is I was actually talking to one of her friends I met them in Miami. I met a friend of hers. Friend. I know, right? I definitely did. I met her friends in Miami, and she was there, but I don't really remember her being there, honestly. What's that thing when it's like you in the same room with somebody you don't know that they in a room? I forgot the term for it.
I don't know.
It's like some type of synergy, like where like y'all are crossing paths, but y'all don't even realize that y'all were in the same room. That's how me and Brandy was for the longest.
Okay.
And then fast forward to like 2020, I believe. This was when it was COVID. This is actually when I went through the breakup with the girl that was bipolar. I hate to call her the girl that's bipolar, but her that I was my ex.
Right, you funny.
I hate to say it. I'm not trying to be funny. Like,
nah,
I'm just trying to make you know what I was talking about. But my ex, at the time, I was going to the gym with Nala. Nala was my trainer.
Okay.
And Nala and Brandy are best friends.
Yeah.
So we started developing a friendship. And I appreciated that. I never took the time with anyone ever to really build a friendship. Never. And when I say it was 100% platonic, it really was. Like, that was just my dog. Like, one time we went through our DMs, and she just be talking to me so crazy. Like, that girl never flirted with me a day in her life. Brandy never did.
Yeah.
So I think just, building that friendship, and then just the timing, and then once we connected, it was just so much synergy there. Like, she goofy, but you don't know she goofy until you talk to her. Mm-hmm. She's really quiet into herself, but again, once she opens up to you, she really is like full of personality, and she look like she bougie, but she ghetto. I love that.
Yeah.
That's just me. That's me too. Like, I look like I'm bougie, but I'm really a hood.
Yeah.
Nah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I feel like having all those connections, I just was like, you really the one for me. And then she shot her shot at me. Nobody has ever really done that in the way
Talk
that
to
she
me about
did.
it.
Yeah, shout out to the films that be courting they
please tell the tea.
You know what I'm saying?
What
so she shot her shot at me. She just gave me really big energy. So we was at the gym. At the time, she had a girlfriend. They broke up. Some time went by. We still didn't talk. Actually, at one point, Brandy came to my house. I don't know if she want me to say this. Her ex cheated on her. I'm saying it.
Yeah.
Her ex cheated on her, and she hit me up out of all people. I don't know why she hit me up. She's like, yo, can I come stay at your house? We wasn't even that cool at the time. But I'm like, yeah, like, what's going on? You okay? Like, she's like, yeah, I just need to get out of my house. My ex cheated on me, woo woo. So at the time, I was dating somebody else. Brandy came to my house, and I left my house, and I went to the girl's house. Brandy stayed at my crib.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was crazy. Like, she stayed at my crib, and I saw her transition from being in a relationship to becoming single. When I say she was on it, and I was like, damn, because a lot of girls be saying like, oh, I got cheated on, but they like, some girls go back.
Yeah.
She ain't go back.
Yeah.
She got her own apartment. She stood on big business.
That's what I'm talking about.
What?
Hey.
She was in the gym. She got her own apartment.
That's called self-love.
Like, yes. And I respected that, because I'm like, bro, I ain't never left nobody that cheated on me. I stayed.
Oh, for real?
Every time I got cheated on, I stayed. So I was like, yo, that mean you ain't here to play with nobody. Like, you really know your value. No game. Yeah, she know her value.
Yeah.
So after that, some time went by. We were still cool, and then she just started like flirting with me out of nowhere. I was like, whoa, like, I knew you wanted me. I knew you wanted me. It wasn't a matter of time. So she just started flirting with me, but she was doing things like, Brandy don't go outside like that. She's not an outside person. She would come to my parties, bro. Like, I would text her.
She said, you see me?
Yeah, no, for real. She would text me and just check up on me. When I say Brandy would text me, she would text me down.
Ooh.
She was really courting me, like.
Okay, period.
She was courting me, like, she just helped me pick out outfits.
We love a girly that can court.
No, for real. It
you court?
different.
We gonna give you the world.
No, and she's super fine. So it's like, bro, you want me? Like, you courting me? Like.
You super fine.
Thank you.
Y'all a beautiful couple.
But I was like, it's a stereotype maybe in my head, but I just feel like a lot of pretty girls don't really be, or maybe they do, I don't know, but I ain't gonna say no pretty girls ever shot that shot at me. That's kind of shady. But like, I was just really taken aback that this fine ass girl.
Let me step in for a second. Yeah. So, and it's something I learned, right?
Yeah.
As you start to work on yourself and do the inner work, you naturally going to attract those pretty girls that are going to do those things for you. And that's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
You everything you saying to me right now is, hey, I was doing this, I was doing that, but then I became self-aware. Yeah. I was doing this, I was doing that, then I became self-aware, and I began healing myself.
Yeah.
And I learned through that process, too. Like, as you heal yourself, you start attracting all of these amazing women. Now, if y'all compatible, maybe not, and that's okay. But I think
that's definitely what it is, for sure. And it was just organic. Like, we took our time, we built our friendship, and engaged, about to get married. So
So talk to me a little bit. Like, what made you say, I am going to marry you? Like, what got you to that point? Because I saw y'all pictures when you asked her to marry you, and you just seemed like, I mean, she did too, but we talking about you right now. You seem like the happiest person in the whole motherfucking world. Like,
I was cheesing so hard. Yeah, because I had planned it for so long, and it worked out perfectly.
Yeah.
So all the things that I basically just said is really what made me feel like I need to propose to her. I never really saw myself being married to a woman. That was never like an end goal for me at all.
Okay.
Even when I did propose to the girl before in the past, I just was doing that just because I felt like that was a way to show somebody how much you love them. But I didn't have to propose to her to show my love for her. But Brandy, I was like, yo, you a wife. Like, she just so selfless, and just the way she pour into me, the way she pay attention to detail. Wow. Like, I could say something and not even know that I say it. And then I got it. Like, she's like, yeah, you said you needed this, so I got it for you. And it's
wow, that's beautiful.
I never had nobody pay attention to detail. Usually I'm the one that's being like overly thoughtful, but this was the first person that's ever done that for me. And then I met her family, and they were super cool. They were super welcoming. And I just really felt like home. Like, not to sound like simp as hell,
I love
but
that.
it just felt like home. Like,
damn.
yo, this is where I want to be forever. And also with being in the nightlife, she's not insecure. She's not no jealous type. She's not blowing my phone up. As you can see, when you see me outside, Brandy is rarely there.
Right.
And she's not texting my phone, acting like, be good, you better not be. She's not doing no weird stuff like that. I've always dealt with that with every person I've dated in the past. They always feel like they gotta be joined to the hip with me when I go outside. I can't smell like no girl for too long, or I'm flirting. Brandy don't care about none of that.
Yeah.
So I was like, yo, you got
she said, look, you know what you got at home.
No, for real. And she a Capricorn. Shout out to them Capricorns. I think there's the Capricorn in her too. But she had she hate when I say this, but like, she's perfect. Like, I have no complaints. There's nothing I would want to change about her. Every partner I've ever had, I always be like, I wish you was more. I wish you would do this. Like, Brandy, I don't want for nothing with that woman. Like, she got it.
Wow. Happy for you, man.
Thank you.
When I'm listening to your story, sorry, I just had like a download.
You good.
But I'm listening to your story, and I'm just like, this is like a complete alignment story. Yeah. So if someone wants to know, like, what does alignment look like and what it can feel like for them, I would say come watch this podcast. Yeah, because not only do you have the will and the drive and the discipline to put the work in for yourself, you also have the amount of self-awareness to say, hey, I need to continue to evolve. And like, all I'm hearing is how the universe has blessed you, like, through the work you've put in. So congratulations. Thank you. And I sincerely mean that.
Yeah, I know you do, because you be on your little vibe too, for real.
I appreciate it.
I really appreciate that, because I just like to try to be intentional with everything. So when people do notice that, it feels good, because it's not easy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have days where you don't want to do your normal routine, and you don't want to go to the gym and stuff like that, but you get really big rewards for all the hard work that you put in. And I'm not talking about like anything financially or anything like that. I'm talking about sanity wise, you know what I'm saying, healing wise, energy wise. Like, I just love how I feel. Like, I feel so light, like, for real.
You do feel light. I feel your energy.
So like, I wake up like, bro, I feel good. Like, I just love that feeling.
So we're about to go ahead and wrap this up.
Okay.
So, but with that said, when you see yourself 20 years from now.
Oh, 20? I'm going to be 50.
Oh.
Dang.
Oh,
that's
50.
Crazy.
You 30?
I'm 32.
32?
Yeah.
Okay, nice. Yeah, we all getting up there.
Yeah, we getting up there.
You said 50. I'm like, 50? I'm going to be 50 20 years from now.
Right.
Oh, Lord. You know?
Right. It's like, dang, like,
you won't get
it's
over.
Crazy, like.
Had to sweat on that one a little bit. Okay, 20 years from now, when you look back, what kind of legacy do you want this era of your life to leave?
That's a good question. I just really want my legacy to be people remembering how I made them feel, and that feeling to be, she made me feel amazing. I don't want it to be pinpointed to anything materialistic. I want it to just be the feeling that I gave you when you crossed paths with me. That's my biggest thing. like I've had people that really, people don't understand, like people like try to make nightlife so toxic, and it's like it can be toxic, but some people just really need to get away from life sometimes. They just really need to be around good energy sometimes. Yeah. And if I can do that for people, bro, I want to do that for as long as I can. Like, I can't tell you how many people have come to me and be like, yo, I had the worst day ever, woo, 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 but just being around y'all, I just feel so good. Like, people always pour into me at my events, and I used to be like, yo, I don't know if they just drunk or what, but like, no, some people really mean that. So I just want my legacy to just be people remembering, not remembering, but people always saying that I made them feel good,
right,
and that I inspired them, whatever that might look like. I'll be satisfied with that.
Yeah, that's so beautiful. That hit me. Anytime somebody goes and says, how I made you feel, like that always touches me.
Barry, people will never forget how you made them feel. I think that's one of the biggest things. So yeah, for sure.
It's one piece of advice you would have for a younger person who is trying to pave their way in this world in a non-traditional way. So they don't want to go to school. They don't want to do those things. Whatever it looks like that as an entrepreneur, like what piece of advice would you have for them?
I would let them know, like, understand that all the cliche things out there are true, okay? So one of the most simple things that people might always hear is nothing that's worth having comes easy. That is so true. I feel like people look at me where I'm at and they don't understand what I went through to get to where I'm at. And I'm not even done yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not even halfway, you know what I'm saying, done. So I want them to understand that there will be challenges that you have to go through, and you will experience losses, you will experience all these things that have a negative sentiment around it, but in due time you will understand why those things happen. And you have to be self-aware and in a place where you can look back in retrospect and understand, oh, that wasn't bad that happened. That actually happened because it wanted me to go this way or to go that way.
Right, sure.
Like, I could sit here and say me being robbed was like the worst thing and I stopped doing parties, but that was just to get me to Atlanta.
Yeah, sure.
That really pushed me to get to Atlanta. So while I thought that was so bad at the time and what am I gonna do, that really prepared me for everything up until this point today. Like, I moved completely different from that one thing that happened in my life. Wow. So I think that everybody should always try to find a positive out of any negative situation. That's my biggest thing. Like, I don't care what it is. I'm going to always find a positive. Everything is about your mindset and your perception. So if you always perceive everything as a positive and you just give yourself grace, give yourself grace. Stop being so hard on yourself and stop talking so negatively to yourself. Be your biggest fan, because nobody else is going to do it for you. Nobody knows what you go through when the lights is off or when you by yourself. Only you know that. So make sure that you're your biggest cheerleader and that you always are investing into yourself. You're always reading and just big on your knowledge and trying to learn more. Nobody knows everything in this world, so just always be a student to everything and just push through. You get what I'm saying? That's my biggest thing. I just want everybody to know, like, it's not going to be easy.
Yeah.
You're going to have times where you go broke. You might have to move back in with your mama. I've done it a million times. Like, shout out to my mom for always letting me come back to the crib. You got to put that ego to the side. You get what I'm saying? Like, I feel like ego kills a lot of us. You know what I'm saying? And social media, just know that that's a facade. Atlanta taught me that. When I moved here, I mean, people with 5 million followers, they ain't got a pot to make a pack of noodles in. Literally, I learned that in Atlanta. Like, so stop thinking that everything you see on the internet is what reality is. Create your own reality and just make sure it's super, super positive.
Wow.
For sure.
Wow. I appreciate that, man.
No, for real. Thank you.
Yo, Britt, I got so much gratitude for you, man. I learned so much, and I want you to know through this episode, you have definitely inspired me too. So this message is going to go far. And if you guys, if this is your first time on the channel, make sure you subscribe and share this video with someone who needs it. Again, so much gratitude to you, Britt. You dropped so many gems.
Thanks, man.
So much knowledge, and it's just your story.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
So my thing about my podcast is, if my story can help one person, that's all that matters, and then we multiply that by 1 million, right? So your story is going to help so many people. I'm excited for it to be released.
Yeah, me too.
So make sure, again, you guys subscribe, follow, and share this with someone who needs it. And until next time, we'll see you soon. The love that you deserve starts with you. The love that you